Gus Johnson along with Chris Collinsworth. Perfect weather for football, as it always is inside the historic Louisiana Superdome here in the Big Easy, New Orleans, as the Saints take on the Panthers. Carolina will kick it off to get the game underway.
Thomas back to return.
It's a long, high kick. Thomas fields it at the 1.
Kickoff return, 22 yards.
Set. The catch is made.
Speed is what this game's all about. Do you have somebody who can make this kind of offense with speed? And maybe defensively, do you have anybody out there that has a chance against him?
He passes it. The catch is made. The defense is coming with the heat on that play. First down and 10.
47 yards.
Set. And the pass is incomplete. Henderson was the intended receiver.
2nd and 10. Ball on the 47 yards.
The catch is made.
Very nice start to the drive. 3 first downs and a pretty ball thrown that time by the quarterback.
Now we have a first down and 10 to go. Set. To the end zone. And the pass falls incomplete.
You know, as a receiver, especially in the end zone, I love those high balls where you had a chance to go up and make a play, but that was a little too high.
Here comes the heat. The catch is made.
And what do you do when you're trying to cover a guy with that kind of speed? You have to back off of him. You have to respect his speed first, and then he can do just about anything to you.
Set. Touchdown.
Yeah, there's really nothing better than when you're in the huddle and you know that your big guys are better than their big guys. Because when that's the case, you simply hand the ball to the running back and you get a touchdown.
Set. Point after is good. Number 6 gets set to kick it away.
Williams back to return.
It's a long, high kick. Williams will take off from the 8. He breaks through.
Now it's their turn to do something on offense. Down by a touchdown early, but these guys have the kind of offense, as we well know, that they can score at any time.
At the 27-yard line.
27-yard line.
I know they didn't get much, but it's all about making the defense respect the fact that they are willing to run.
Ball on the 29-yard line.
was a great hit. He wasn't getting away from that one.
Now, the defense really slowed out on the run that time. I was hoping I would see the quarterback guard there because the defense was showing they're going to play the run. They did play the run, and obviously the quarterback didn't make the right call. Boy, it's not very often you see a run like that with the kind of blocking downfield that we just saw. Wide receivers trust me on this one. They don't get paid to block. But that time, they earned a little extra cash.
Running out of time.
Great job there getting to the quarterback. The defense went with the full rush and just manhandled this offensive line. They've got to be more stout. They've got to be able to hold up in protection.
Under heavy pressure. He's dropped, and that's a huge sack.
And this is when it's tough to play offense. Third down and medium to long situation. Generally, you're going to face a blitz situation, and your quarterback is now going to be under pressure and probably take a hit.
Big play, baby. Come on, come on.
Look out, heavy pressure on him. He's dragged down on the play.
The defensive coordinator had a great plan coming into this one. He knew his defensive front was better than this offensive line. He is attacked consistently throughout this game, and it has just been too much for this offense.
Signals for the fair catch.
Fair catch made at the 16-yard line. Bang the ball up in there. Those safeties will start to cheat up. Will start to drive over the 16-yard line. First and 10. Set.
It's a gain of 4.
Gain of 4 on the play.
Second and 6 yards to go.
Ball on the 20-yard line.
Just keep hanging with that run. You know sooner or later the defense is going to make a mistake and allow a big one to break into the end zone.
20-yard line.
The catch is made. The defense is coming with the heat on that one. Now we have a first down and 10 to go. Throws it up top, down the left side. It's caught. Nice concentration to hold that one in.
Yeah, I think they need to start cheating. Nothing else is working on this guy. You got to go hold him, trip him, do something because he's tearing this defense up.
Loads it up. Looking end zone.
He tried to make a safe throw there, but the receiver was open. He didn't have to be quite that cautious and just let him out of bounds.
Deep pass. He wants the end zone. Touchdown.
Touchdown, Saints. Set.
Point after is good. Number 6 looks ready to send it deep.
Williams back to return.
He kicks it high and long. Williams takes it at the 12.
Kickoff return 18 yards.
It's first and 10.
Will start the drive at the 31-yard line. First and 10.
Hand off. Big opening to the left.
You can see he saw where the hole was or where it was supposed to be, but it just closed up so quickly.
31-yard line.
Watch the draw, too. Watch the draw.
Loads up. Looking to his right. The catch is made. At the 30. He's got room. Touchdown, Carolina.
Touchdown, Carolina.
Casey hits the PAT. It's now a 7-point game. And that'll be the end of the first quarter. Our score here, the Saints, 14.
Carolina,
the Panthers, 7.
The teams are ready for the second quarter. Carolina is lined up for the kickoff. Thomas back deep to return.
He got all of this one, a high, deep kick. Thomas fields it at the 1. The defense gave him a touchdown on the last drive.
Thomas on the return.
It's first and 10.
Ball on the 20-yard line.
And he's sacked. He fumbles it. Picks it up. And this one looks like it's going to come back.
Only offense. Number 77, first down.
Ball on the 13-yard line.
You can see he saw where the hole was or where it was supposed to be, but it just closed up so quickly.
And that's a catch. Touchdown, Carolina. And he adds the point after. Casey gets set to kick it away.
Thomas back deep to return.
He kicks it high and long. Ball on the 20-yard line.
At the 20-yard line. First and 10.
And he is drilled. What a hit.
As a back, you always have to be ready because eventually there's going to be a little crack and a chance for a big play.
And it brings up 2nd and 3 coming up here. Here comes the heat. He takes a hard hit as he throws. 3rd down coming up after that incompletion.
On the cover. 3rd and 3. Ball on the 27-yard line.
Ingram gets 3 yards on the carry.
3-yard gain on the play.
First down and 10.
Ball on the 30-yard line.
Watch screen, watch screen.
He's going deep. The catch is made.
The guy wins, and he understands defenses, and he manipulates defenses. He's so smart in ball games.
First down, 10 to go.
27-yard line.
The defense held their position and didn't let him get away on that one.
It's second down and 7 to go.
24-yard line.
Well, they might not be breaking off any big gains, but you can see those offensive linemen still working hard down there.
3rd and 5 right here. Looks to throw it. And the pass is incomplete. Bush was the intended receiver on the play. Huge kick here. This will be for the lead. It's up and it's good. Number 6 looks ready to send it deep. Boots a line drive. Williams fields it at the 7. They couldn't stop them from getting into the end zone the last time out. First down, 10 to go. Big hit there to bring him down.
This is a spot when you want to show the defense they have to respect your running game.
2nd and 5 coming up here.
25-yard line.
Robinson picks it off to the 20. He won't be brought down. Touchdown, New Orleans.
And there's nothing that charges up a defense more than a play like that. When they start thinking that they can score, they love coming back out on the field.
Hartley adds the extra point. Number 6 gets set to kick it away.
Williams back to return.
He kicks it on a line. Williams from deep in his own territory at the 6.
Kickoff return 16 yards.
It's 1st and 10.
Ball on the 22-yard line.
It's so important to pound the defense with the run because it just wears defenses out.
Ball on the 27-yard line. He's dropped for a loss by Greer. Up top, up top. The catch is made.
Nice job by the quarterback that time, recognizing the coverage blitz, getting the ball out of there, and picking up the first down.
It's 1st and 10.
Ball on the 49-yard line.
He's got room on the right side.
Usually if you run the football this well early in the game, it bodes well for what may happen later because as defenses tire, sometimes you break those big runs.
The pass is away.
Quarterback blitzes are dangerous to both the offense and the defense. Obviously, when you're sending one of the defenders out of your secondary, you could give up a big play. But offensively, sometimes those quarterbacks don't see it coming, and they get hit hard.
The defender tips it away. Shockey was his intended target.
Try this defense here. 2nd and 10. Ball at the 34-yard line.
I really thought the offensive line did a pretty good job picking up the blitz that time, but you could see the running back using his speed and quickness to get away. Good job by the back.
The catch is made. Touchdown, Carolina.
Well, don't tell Steve Smith that he's too small to play this game. The enthusiasm, the toughness, the mental edge that this guy brings is so special.
Extra point is good. Casey looks ready to send it deep.
Thomas back to return.
He kicks it high and long. Now we have a first down and 10 to go.
1st and 10.
I know they didn't get much, but it's all about making the defense respect the fact that they are willing to run.
Second down
Ball
and
on
7.
the 23-yard line.
Throws it deep, left side, and he dropped it. Henderson was the intended receiver on the play.
3rd and 7. Ball on the 23-yard line.
It's broken up by the defender. And the pass will fall incomplete. 4th down coming up. The catch is made. New Orleans calls a timeout.
This is a spot when you want to show the defense they have to respect your running game.
They go with the no huddle. And he spiked it. They'll need to hurry back to the line. And they'll be well short of the first down. 4th down, less than a yard. Two-yard pickup. They go to their hurry-up offense. He spikes the ball. Ball on the 46-yard line. He avoids the rush by stepping up into the pocket. Brings it in for the monster gain.
Savvy little move that time by the receiver to pick up the first down.
Let's see if the offense can keep up the pace. And he spiked it. And they will speed things up a bit by going no huddle. The catch is made.
There is nothing that puts fear in the heart of a defender more than a guy with that kind of speed. That's impressive.
New Orleans calls a timeout. So that was their last timeout.
They line up for a 20-yard field goal attempt.
And the kick is good. And as we head to halftime, and the score 27-21.
27, Carolina, from the line.
Number 6 gets set to kick it away. It's a line drive kick. Williams corrals the ball at the 5.
Kickoff return 17 yards. Williams on this call here.
First down and 10.
Start the drive at the 23-yard line. First and 10.
I got it. Maybe a yard or two there.
1 yard gain on the play.
So they'll face a second and 10.
Ball on the 24-yard line.
He's got room off the left side. At the 40, at the 50, at the 40, at the 30, to the 20, to the 10. He's in for the score.
And you really have to put a run like that in perspective because these defensive players are fast, especially those guys in the secondary, and they simply could not catch it.
Here's the extra point that can give them the lead. Casey adds the extra point.
Carolina is lined up for the kickoff. Thomas back to return.
It's a long, high kick.
Each of these teams have played fairly well on both sides of the ball so far. You just kind of get the feeling this one may come down to that last possession.
Now we have a first down and 10 to go.
Good run plays always start with the blocking up front, but it also takes a back with vision to be able to find the hole. Good job there.
27-yard line.
Well, let's give that big offensive line a little credit there. They knew they were going to have to drive this defense off the ball, and that's exactly what they did on that one.
Ball on the 31-yard line.
Ball on the 31-yard line.
Split back, set. Hut.
The catch is made. Ingram gains about 2 yards on the run. It's first and 10.
Ball on the 42-yard line.
Well, you can't have a good running attack without good blocking, but blocking sometimes isn't enough. It takes a back with a little creativity, and we saw it right there.
What a run to pick up the first down.
That's the reason you have to just keep giving a guy like this the football. He's able to convert those first downs and wear down the defense.
Running out of time.
This defensive line is just so impressive. They keep manhandling this offensive line, pushing the back into the quarterback. As a quarterback now, you have no choice. You have to do some quicker plays, get that ball out of there.
They're going deep. It's caught. Nice concentration to haul that one in.
That was a nice job by the offensive line.
The result of the play is a first down.
To survey the field and find the open guy.
Now we have a first down and 10 to go.
Set.
Throwing up top. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Drew Brees is one of those quarterbacks that loves looking for the big play. That usually generates some exciting touchdown plays just like that.
It looks like they will go for two.
Challenging the ruling on the play.
The ruling
So they'll try to
has been
determine
challenged.
where the ball was when his body hit the ground.
Out of all the things that referees have to do, I think spotting the ball sometimes is the toughest thing. Where did the knee hit? Did the elbow hit down? Did the forearm hit down? Where do you mark the ball? Just so tough to determine.
The ball did not cross the plane. There is no touchdown.
And after looking into it further, they will reverse the call. Sprinter speed. He's got it. Touchdown.
Touchdown, Saints. Set. Hut. Hut. Hut.
And that was one they needed to convert. Number 6 looks ready to send it deep.
Rhodes back deep to return.
He kicks it on a line. Marshall picks it up at the 14. The defense looks to rebound after that last effort when they allowed a touchdown. First down and 10.
29-yard line. First and 10.
Williams racks up 5 on the run.
5-yard gain on the play.
And that makes it 2nd and 4 yards to go.
34-yard line. Set. Hut. 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 Hut.
And he moves the chains for a nice gain.
Those little juke moves are just so effective. A lot of times the defender just gets his weight shifted to the wrong foot. You cut back the other way and pick up a big first down.
I got it, baby. Takes it right. He has room to run. He's off for a huge gain. That's a gain of 5.
5-yard gain on the play.
2nd and 5 coming up here.
Ball on the 46-yard line.
Down right. Down right.
Set. Hut. Hut. Hut.
Misses the receiver, and it's incomplete. Edwards was his intended target.
That's just such a big part of the game. You know these receivers are going to be in position to make a catch. You can either try and knock it down or knock them out.
Handoff, big opening to the left. He lost yardage on the play, and he is shut down for a little gain. Brings up 4th down. Bush awaiting the return. It's 1st and 10.
Ball on the 34-yard line.
Hey, watch the screen, baby. Watch the screen. Under heavy pressure. He lost it. Scoops it, and he's still on his feet. At the 30, to the 20, to the 10. Leaves his feet. Touchdown.
Do you know how hard it is to scoop up one of those loose fumbles on the run, maintain possession, and get it in the end zone? What a great athletic play.
This for a 3-point lead. He's got room on the right side. And they really missed an opportunity there. Casey gets set to kick it away.
Thomas back deep to return.
He got all of this one, a high, deep kick.
The momentum has been going back and forth so far. This one looks like it's going to be close, and it'll be that way right till the end.
The
It's
Saints
first and
will
10.
start the drive at the 20-yard line. First and 10.
Here's the pass. The catch is made. He sheds a tackle.
Drew Brees isn't a very big guy. People tend to think he doesn't have great arm strength. He has plenty of arm strength to do anything.
On the 50-yard line.
He gets off the throw. The catch is made and gets brought down hard.
And the worst part was you could see the defender thought he had him covered at one time, but there's just no match for that kind of speed.
Hit and drop behind the line.
Look at the speed on the defensive side of the ball. And it is the defensive linemen and the linebackers that have been hustling and flying all over the field today.
Good game so far as we head into the fourth. Our score here is the Panthers 34, the Saints 33.
The fourth quarter is about to begin.
Second and long situation coming up here.
32-yard line.
Not much there. Maybe picked up a yard. Here's a third and long situation. Right through his hands. He almost had the pick. Henderson was his intended target. And this is for the lead.
48 yards.
The kick is good. He's got ice water running through his veins. And that kick causes the penalty flag to come out. Here's the call.
First down.
And the defense gives up some free yards to the offense.
Because I always thought defensive penalties were so much more deflating than offensive penalties. You know, as an offense, you get a chance to make up for it. On defense, though, usually it's big yardage and automatic first down.
Look out, heavy pressure on him. He escapes the sack, searching downfield at the 50.
This is what I would call in this situation.
And the pass falls incomplete.
And it just goes to show that arm strength isn't everything. Accuracy and touch is something that is so important for a linebacker.
It's broken up by the defender.
And they really forced him to throw that one before he had a chance to read the coverage. You know, typically when they blitz, you end up in one-on-one coverage, but you have to have time to throw the ball.
It's almost picked off.
Well, he really made about half a play on that one. That one should have been intercepted.
Bush is back deep to return. Through the end zone for a touchback. Ball on their own 20. He's still on his feet. Looks to be about a 9-yard gain.
9-yard gain on the play.
Second down and 1 to go.
29-yard line.
Set.
The defense was just all over that. I have to think offensively they were concerned that maybe they were going to get blitz in that situation, try to pop one in there. But when you call a run and it fails, it looks bad in that spot. Well, they brought the blitz that time. The offensive line did a pretty good job recognizing it. They got the blocks, but the Packers still able to get out of there for a nice gain.
Ingram gains around 6 yards on the run.
6 on the play.
Ball on the 46-yard line.
Ball on the 46-yard line.
So he picks up the first down on that beautiful run.
Those are the kind of runs that really begin to take the heart out of a defense. When you can pound it at them, pick up 5 yards on the first down, those offensive linemen start to get a little strut going.
First down and 10.
Ball on the 48-yard line.
That's a gain of 5.
5-yard gain on the play.
And the ball on the 43-yard line.
43-yard line.
Carolina calls a timeout. Just took their first timeout.
You know, one of the dangers of blitzing is that if you can break that first line of the defense, now you just don't have the pursuit in behind it to stop the run.
And he'll lose yardage on the play.
You know, for a running back, there comes a point in time where you say, all right, this play is not working. Let me just get as much as I can and try to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
Marshall brings him down. Ingram gets 3 yards on the carry.
On the play.
Ball on the 36-yard line.
Ball on the 36-yard line.
Let's go. Set. Hey, D-line, watch the screen. Stay in your lane.
Bush on the run. 5-yard gain on the play.
4th and 5 coming up here. The defense continues to give up chunks of yardage in the running game. They go with the kneel down. Carolina takes the timeout. He takes a knee.
Keep that pressure, baby. Keep that pressure. Nothing deep. Set. Big play, baby. Come on. Here we go, D. Now look. Play pass.
And he'll just kneel it here. Our final score is the Saints 36, the Panthers 34. Thanks again for joining us for this EA Sports matchup. For Chris Collinsworth, this is Gus Johnson saying so long.